Guys, and welcome to this stream. How's everyone? Hopefully everyone's okay. We are back for another stream, and yeah, man, big up to everybody. This is going to be the new thing, if you want to put it that way. Yeah, man, big up to everybody as per usual. Bless up to everybody, and yeah, man. Obviously, we did the stream earlier about Upa, and now we're doing the stream about Joshua. And it is just generally a roundup. You know, we're just going to see what is being put out there. There's various news that we don't necessarily need to make videos on, like as like a full video, if that makes sense. So, yeah, man. And then we'll be back live later with Zia's roundup. Yeah, that'll be obviously co-streamed in general. So, yeah, big up to everybody. Hopefully everyone is A-okay. And big up everybody that is in the chat. And let's get this rocking and rolling. So, straight away, we do have some stuff which is here. So we've got the tomorrow's schedule ahead of Wednesday's game. So 2 will be Bayern Munich's final will be Bayern Munich's final training session. Then Leverkusen's final training session at the same time. Then we will have Alphonso Davies and Vincent Kompany speaking at 4 for our press conference. So that will be 4. I want to say that's probably German time. So that would be 3 my time, because they're obviously ahead. So we will have probably do the press conference reaction tomorrow rather than doing the afternoon roundup, but we'll see. Maybe we'll do both, I'm not sure. And then at 19, so 7:30, then it will be a player from Leverkusen and Xabi Alonso doing their press conference, and then we go from there. So yeah, big up to everyone. Generally speaking, hopefully everyone is doing A-okay. We are here. I'm trying to grow this channel even bigger, and I want this channel to be good. Like, generally speaking, if I could help one person's day, that is enough for me to carry on. You know what I mean? Doing this helps me, So generally speaking, big up to everybody generally, and I hope everyone's healthy and feeling okay mentally and physically and so on and so forth. And if you're not, generally speaking, just continue to do whatever you're doing, and try and do something, because this world at times is absolutely fudged. It really is. But let's continue. We're not here to necessarily talk about this world. There is more news on him. We're going to speak about him in a minute. Now, Thomas Müller, on his passion and desire to prove himself again and again, despite winning everything. He said the passion for the game and for winning, that comprehentiveness, I believe is what they said, competitiveness. That's always been the foundation. You can't really learn that. You either have it or you don't. For me, it's about proving myself time and time again, competing both with the team, which isn't the easiest with the guys that we have here, and extremely as a sub. I can't read. Anyway, let's carry on. That's the exciting thing. It's not about the trophy. The trophy is just the piece of metal you receive when you have won the competition, but that's not what makes you happy. It's the journey to get there that stimulates him. So yeah, there we go. Then he spoke on this summer's Club World Cup. He said, firstly, the fact that it is a World Cup is appealing. And in this format, it feels a bit more like a World Cup in comparison. We have had previous versions of the Club World Cup, which was just a handful of teams. I'm not sure what percentage of European Champions League winners went to win this tournament, but I think it was quite high, as a quality of the other teams is not as high as what we see in Europe, and it feels new. I agree. We need to get a feel for the tournament first, but the fact that it will be taking place in a country where the FIFA World Cup will be taking place the following year is obviously very exciting for us, and 100%. And obviously, if you're excited for that news and so on and so forth, with the Club World Cup, obviously we spoke about it a little bit. We obviously will be doing streams and so on for the games, everything Bayern, of course. Then we've got some pictures today from the training session. Now, Joshua Kimmich is training with the players. You've got Guerrero here, you've got Alfonso there, Lima in the back. I'm not really too sure who this is, but Kimmich is training, so that is good in certain aspects. Then you've got one of Sane, Jamal, and Davies, and then one of Harry Kane. So there we go. Sadio Boy has recovered from the flu and has resumed training today. So there we go. Like so. And then Joshua Kimmich's tendon was able to increase his training workload today and making progress. It currently looks like he would be fit in time for Leverkusen. I just hope that they're not rushing him personally, if I'm being honest. Now, Alexander Pavlovic's cold has yet to resume training today and is out for a Wednesday's game against Leverkusen, which is a bit shit, to be honest. You know what we're going to do, actually? Hold up a second. Because there's so much news on Kimmich, I'm going to like them, and then we're going to go to my likes, and then we're going to go through all of the pieces together. So there's another piece about Kimmich. Then we've got some stuff on the 125-year anniversary of Bayern Munich. Big up everybody that is in here. Smash up the likes if you haven't already. So Manuel Neuer on Bayern's 125 anniversary said it's indescribable feeling to win trophies, and since I have been at FC Bayern, I have been able to experience a unique era. Twice the treble, facts. Our historic and sextuple, 11 consecutive league titles. I'm very happy to be part of this club, which is now a proud 125 years old, and is not showing any signs of aging because it's consistently mobilizing new strengths to never let up. Congratulations also to the fans who support our team all the time and everywhere. All our trophies are always for you. So yeah, there we go. And I actually think it needs to be deeped in the aspect of, like people like to shit on us winning these cups and so on and so forth. I generally feel like there needs to be this thing where we as Bayern Munich fans need to act, and this is me as well, by the way, need to actually fight that cause. Now, obviously not in a violent intent, but like, for instance, when I go on shows from now on, I ain't allowing people to disrespect my club in that aspect, because when you actually deep it, you can say that the league is shit and all of this and all of that, but at the same time, like, you have gone for what, 20 odd games or so many like weeks of games, right? Like 34 match days for 11 seasons. Like 34. Like that's 374 match days. Like 374 match days in itself is not easy to, you know what I mean? Win, lose, draw, you know what I mean? So on and so forth. Especially with some of the shit managers we've had. So, yeah, no, generally speaking, anyone that does do that, they can generally suck a fat one, bro. Because it's going to be stupid, to be honest. But hey, it is what it is. Let's continue. Then Florentino Perez, this gimp, on the behalf of Real Madrid, I would like to congratulate FC Bayern on this special anniversary. 120. Bro, why is this guy speaking about my club, bro? You've robbed my club many times, you fucking fraud. Anyway, whatever. Is an extreme milestone that underlines the size and the importance of one of the most prestigious clubs in the world. One of course. Bayern Munich stands for passion, success, and tradition. Not that you would know because you're not a Bayern fan, but all right. Values that unite us in football. We ain't nothing to do with your club. You can fuck off. We are proud that our clubs have created so many unforgettable moments that are integral part of European football history since 2000. Yeah, but how many of those have you actually cheated us, you prick? Like, generally speaking, how many of them have you actually cheated? That's what I want to fucking know. But anyway, that's kind of. I have been able to maintain a close and friendly relationship with the management of FC Bayern. Well, yeah, they should have headbutted you, but let's continue. This extraordinary exchange and shared values are what makes our partnership so special. Oh, mate, this guy's making me fucking itch, bruv. You know when there's just a fucking weirdo that's saying nice things, bruv. It's like someone from prison saying some nice things. This guy's a fucking knob, and he's saying nice things, bro. It's making my skin crawl. On the occasion of the 125th anniversary, I would like to express my admiration and respect for FC Bayern Munich for your legendary history and your contribution to making football such a valued sport around the world. Fuck you. That's what should have been said. You fucking gimpy prick. Fuck off. Bro, the fact that I had to read that makes me feel sick, bro. Fucking hell. My whole body's churning, bro. Generally speaking. Anyway, then Mourinho congratulates Bayern on the club's 125th anniversary. My first contact with Bayern was in bro. I know Mourinho's old, but the way he says this is a madness. My first contact with Bayern was in 1976 when I watched a 0-0 match between Benfica and Bayern with my father in the stands and was able to see the legends like Seb Meyer, friends. Oh my God, bro. Fuck you, Mourinho. Fuck you, Mourinho, man. Seb Meyer, Franz Beckenbauer, and Gerd Müller live. This guy's seen them live, bro. So he's arguably one of the greatest coaches of all time. And he look at them. You don't deep that. You actually don't deep that. Like how many players these managers have actually seen. Like R9, Ronaldinho, Messi, Ronaldo, Gerd Müller, Beckenbauer. Bro, that's mad. Anyway, let's carry on. Later, I had the privilege of playing against FC Bayern with 4 clubs, with Chelsea in an unforgettable 2010 final in Madrid. With Chelsea in an unforgettable 2010 final in Madrid with Inter, then with Real Madrid, and most recently with Tottenham. I remember great games and fascinating stories, and always the exceptional class of this club. I've always admired Bayern, its players, and the people in charge with the greatest respect. All the best for the future, FCB. Big up Mourinho, man, every single time. I've always loved Mourinho, but from a side, from afar, if you want to say, you've got to give him respect where respect is due. But at the same time, like I've never wanted him as manager. Maybe when he was early on his career, him with Porto, him with Chelsea that time, yeah, not now. But yeah, there we go. Then Pep Guardiola congratulates Bayern Munich on the club's 125th anniversary. He goes on to say it was a privilege and an honour for me to be a coach of FC Bayern. This club, with the 125-year anniversary, with the unique personalities such as Franz Beckenbauer, Uri Hoeneß, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, with this heart and passion on and off the pitch, is one of the greatest in the world. The fans can be proud of their FC Bayern, just as I am proud to be part of the Bayern family. Congratulations and to this special birthday and on a great past that is an inspiration for the future. Big up Pep Guardiola every single time, no matter what I say, generally speaking. So yeah, big up to him. Make sure you have liked, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And then we're getting on to news that we spoke about earlier. So let's go back up to Pep, because I know that we need to talk about Kimmich. That's the whole point. Everybody's here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove that for 5 seconds. I'm going to find this piece on Kimmich by scrolling down. Don't want to hurt you guys' eyes. There it is. Is that it? Yes, that one. Right, so then we're going to like that. Then we're going to go over to my profile. We're going to go on my likes. And then we're going to scroll up, not down. So we're going to go here. Okay, cool. Let me put that back on the screen. Let me quickly just click that like so. 22 people in here. Please do smash the likes, hit the subscribe button. Thank you to people. Generally speaking, it's much down, greatly appreciated. Big up Norbert every single time. How you doing? Big up, man. How you doing? AK every single time. Big up, Hookra. How you doing? Man like Ansar in the building. Hopefully you're having a good day, bro. Bless up. Man like Zia. Big up to you, bro. Hopefully everything's going all right for you as well. And then I'll get rid of some. Go through some comments in a minute. Yeah, big up Woke. Big up Rabin. Big up everybody that generally is in here. We'll go through the comments in a minute. Let's actually talk about what we should be talking about, which is Kimmich. Right. Okay. Got 3 things to talk about. And then obviously 2 things to talk about that have recently come out. Then we'll talk about what has been said. So Bayern Munich Supervisory Board decided to withdraw the previous offer for... Can you see this, by the way? Actually, hold up a second. Can you see it? Yeah, you can. Okay, cool. Previous offer for Joshua Kimmich, and does not feel under pressure in this negotiations for several reasons. Firstly, after the extension of Alphonso Davies and Musiala, the club has had enough of the big demands of the players. Secondly, the people in charge have been in disagreement for years over Kimmich. Best position, whether a midfielder or at right back. In addition to that, the club's bosses are aware that Kimmich does not have a big market. The player was offered to Real Madrid and Liverpool through an acquaintance. Both clubs declined further talks and decided not to pursue a move. So this is interesting. It's really freaking interesting, actually, when you deep it. There's not really too much to say in certain aspects, but at the same time, it's really interesting because, like, let's not beat around the bush. This guy is our player, obviously, and I feel it's very interesting to have it in the aspect of, you know, that they've been arguing over the positions, because that's exactly how us fans have been. You know, we've been doing the exact same thing. So, you know, it's just one of those. So, yeah, I get it. You know, they're not going to want to piss around with these players and the big egos and big demands and so on. And then obviously the position, if he is a midfielder, if he's a right back, whatever. So, yeah, man, let's see what happens. So that was 20 minutes ago. Then we got one from an hour ago, which is this, saying that Bayern Supervisory Board has decided that Joshua Kimmich will receive neither a pay rise nor a sign-in fee. Oh my word! I'm gonna have to upload this as an actual video as well, aren't I? Wow. Okay. Bayern Supervisory Board have decided that Joshua Kimmich will receive neither a pay rise nor a signing fee in the new negotiations. The club has yet to submit a new offer. It's now Max Eberl's task to find a solution and reach an agreement with Joshua Kimmich on reduced terms. It remains to be seen whether the player will agree to that. Holy heck. So basically, from what I'm understanding, the club ain't messing around with this guy. They ain't giving him a pay rise, which we knew anyway, but they ain't giving him a signing on fee. That is massive. Like, I don't necessarily agree with that, but in, like, I don't know. I generally don't even know what to say. They're not messing around with him. Maybe they you know, they really do feel a certain way about him messing around and not signing the deal. Damn. I generally have no words. I don't know what to really say. So yeah, it's a bit of a madness, to be honest. Then this was the one that come out. last night. The reason we're making the stream. Joshua Kimmich and Max Eberl had a verbal agreement over a new contract until at least 2028, worth around 20 to 22 million gross per year, in addition to the other payments such as signing on fee. So he earns, I think, around Bayern wages. I think he earns around, is it 19 million? It's not 20 on the dot, I don't believe. Joshua Kimmich. No, so he earns 19,500,000. He doesn't have bonuses in his deal. So yeah, 19,500,000, which obviously is a ridiculous amount of money. And they were going to bump it up to between 20 million, which would be 500,000 pay rise, to 22 million, which would be, if I'm right by saying, 2.5 million up pay rise, which again is ridiculous money, but whatever, it is what it is. So that's what they were going to do, in addition to such as a sign-on fee, which you normally get. Kimmich was asked by Bayern's supervisory board to make a decision last weekend. Holy shit! Last weekend, he would let the deadline pass, partly because he was injured on Sunday against Frankfurt. The club supervisory board then withdrew their offer on Monday and informed Kimmich that if he wanted to extend his contract, new terms would have to be negotiated. New talks between the clubs and the player took place this weekend. More discussions were planned for today, despite the withdrawn offer. The goal for all Bayern bosses is to still extend Joshua Kimmich's contract. A final decision could be made within 48 hours before the game against Leverkusen. That's freaking insane. So Bayern board wanted a decision last weekend. So a couple of days ago, which obviously didn't happen because he was injured. So that's why they then pulled the plug. Oh no, not this weekend, just gone the weekend before, because that was then last Monday, wasn't it? That's insane. That generally is insane, to be honest. Like that's mad. So yeah, there we go. Let's see, man. Let's see what happens. There was obviously an agreement between the two, but he was stagnating, and the board were not having it. They're not happy that he was doing that. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? That's up for you guys to decide. That's not up to me. Obviously, I can have my opinion, but you know what I mean. I don't know. I really, really, really don't know how to feel about this. Just in the aspect of it's crazy, isn't it? You know. Now they still want to sign him, and I feel like we will keep him. I don't think they're going to let him go, but he's going to have to take a pay cut. Is he going to want to take a pay cut? Because I wouldn't say he would. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's read some thingies. Yeah, slap up the likes if you haven't already, people. Thank you. What's this? Salas, yeah, 100%. I'm taking him as well. No respect to him either. He hits on one of our legends, Schweinsteiger. Yep, I'm with you. Bayern fraud never won me the Champions League. I get you. Kimmich should be sailed to Saudi Arabia just to earn money. I don't know if that will. Maybe. He's only 30, so there definitely could be a club to come in for him. But because of his values, no, don't say it that way. Actually, because that's rude to that country. Because of everything that happened, him and the whole, all of that thing. I don't think he would go there personally. Answer: are you crazy that Bayern never won the Champions League? Who told you that? Mad. Yeah, you mean about Pep, but yeah, I get you. Kimmich getting done dirty, 100. Kimmich has an offer from Arsenal and PSG. He sure does. Yes, you're right. He really, really does. So he plays every minute, gives his 100 every time, and then we pay him with this shit. It's not necessarily that, mate. It's just more on the fact of he was given an offer between 20 to 22 million, and he was stagnating, and they were like, "Well, that's a good offer." You know what I mean? What are you doing? Why are you waiting? Now, I understand why you would then run down your deal if you want to run down your deal and you want to leave, because then you get more money out of it. But they just don't. You're just not seeing it in that aspect. I mean, to be fair, he would still be earning millions. He would, yes, 1,000%. Well, he's declined he declined the offer, so he paid his club and fans with this shit. I get what you mean. He never declined this offer. The second he got injured, they withdrew the offer. That's BS, bro. I don't think it's the fact that he got injured. That's why we took away the offer. I just think it's more in the. For me, it would be more in the fact that we were waiting for him, and he then never, with all due respect, right? I've been to Paris. It's a lovely place. I've been to London. It's a lovely place. But Bayern Munich, as a football club and as a place, I don't care where he's actually from, blah, 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 blah. You don't mess around. If Bayern Munich come in for you, you don't mess around, right? Every single time us fans speak, especially me, obviously, as I do this, all we ever say is, when Bayern come calling, you don't mess around. The reason Xavi Simons, for me, pissed me off was because he had an offer to come to this club, and he turned that down and went back to Leipzig. So bun that man. But at the same time, one thing that needs to be said is, like, just accept the deal if you actually care about us. You know what I mean? Like, we always see this passion from him, and it's all of this and it's all of that. But, like, is he actually passionate about this club, or is it all a facade? Now, don't get it twisted. In certain aspects, I understand, the fact that they rejected the offer, not rejected it, sorry. The fact that they took back their offer and then said that he won't be getting a signing on fee, that in itself is freaking nuts. Like, I always wanted him to stay, and I know I've said, like, get rid of him, blah blah blah, but I've always wanted him to stay, but take a pay cut. You know what I mean? I'm with it in the fact that Manuel Neuer and Thomas Müller, these people, because he's going into that territory. Obviously, he's not that as old as them, but in general, like, he's coming into a legend and all of this shit. Like, for me personally, the way I see it is, you take a pay cut because you care about this club. You're still getting paid a ridiculous amount of money. These are multi-millionaires as it is. But in general, like, that just is the case for me. And maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way, because they are still businessmen, they are still footballers and so on. But for me personally, that's just generally the way I would have seen it. Maybe I'm wrong for seeing it that way. I don't know. But for me, if you care about the club as much as you say you do, and with the passion that he shows on the pitch, look at him with Neymar, shouting in Neymar's face. Look at him in general, like, all the time when he puts in a tackle and so on and so forth. It's always this passion merchant thing. And I'm cool if you're passionate about the club, cool. But at the same time, you've got to give your dues then, don't you? And you've got to dues, and you've got to then actually show us that you want to stay and sign the freaking contract. Like Mike Tyson said, sign the contract, big boy. You know what I mean? Generally speaking. So it's just one of those. Got to remember, he's his own manager, and we have been having crazy games. I would understand if he wanted to focus on ball earning. No, 1,000%. And again, you're right. You're right in that aspect as well. He is. This is the thing that people are like, oh, so he's rejected Bayern. It's like, no, it's just it would have always taken longer because of the fact that he doesn't have somebody else doing his shit. If that makes any sense. Like, he is his own boss. In that aspect, he doesn't have an agent. That's why it's always been not difficult, but if a player just wants to focus single-handedly on the football and playing for Bayern, he's not gonna then be like, oh yeah, let's sign the deal now, because he's got to think about it. He's got to get because he does still have advisors. He gets advised by, I can't think of his freaking name. The guy we sacked, or he left, he was on our board. I can't remember his freaking, is it Nipe? Nipe? Neppe, I believe is his name. He used to be at the club when Brazil was at the club before everyone come in. And he's very close to him. He speaks to him. So, yeah, it's just one of those, isn't it, really? But that is not our problem. Then he should get a manager if he can't handle it. That is another thing you could say, 1,000%. I'm with you on that one. A loan offer? What do you mean a loan offer? I don't understand what you mean. If you care about the club, play as a right back, you're in your best position. Facts. I don't care if he stays or if he leaves. I only care if he disrespects the fans and the club, and him not talking to us in this is disrespect. Yeah, Nefe, yeah. He could have said he wants to stay for an entire season. He never did. Facts. I'm not gonna. You can't beat around the bush with certain shit, and that is facts. So, but yeah, like I'm saying, if I want him to go because he obviously doesn't care about this. Oh, you mean the loan offer? Yeah, bun him. I generally believe, that Kimmich isn't good enough in the aspect that he is caring more about his ego and his own career than our club. And with all due respect, I've seen Thomas Müller play striker. I've seen Thomas Müller play cam. I've seen Thomas Müller play as a midfielder, and I've seen Thomas Müller play on the right. Thomas Müller plays wherever, and I believe in wholeheartedly, if we asked Manuel Neuer to do the same thing, he would. And he's a freaking goalkeeper. Sometimes, look at James Milner, for instance. James Milner has played everywhere. He's played left back, he's played right back, he's played right mid, he's played left mid, he's played in the midfield, he's played cam, so on and so forth. You need certain players sometimes to lead by example. Exactly what I want from Joshua Kimmich and what I expect from Joshua Kimmich. I expect him to lead by example to Upamecano, who I do think can be a future captain if he gets his shit together. So yeah, that's generally how I see it. I want to know your guys' opinions, of course, and let me know what you think. Smash the like, hit the subscribe button. But yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? We have a saying in Germany: travelers should not be stopped. Yep, I get you. Big up, man. How you doing, G? Bless up to you, bro. But yeah, man, it's just one of those situations, isn't it? You either sign on the line or you don't. It's, again, if he wants to focus on football, I'm all for that. I generally am, to be fair, because I understand that he probably just wants to stay on this, this thing. But come on, man, like, you can't fuck around, especially with some of the shit coming up. You just can't. Yeah. So I don't really know. I don't really know what to say, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Smash the likes if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you for the support. We'll have another show out later on tonight. I'm going to release some shorts in a minute as well and get those scheduled up for you guys. And we'll move from there. But yeah, man, it looks like if Joshua Kimmich is to stay at this football club, he will have to take a pay cut. It doesn't look like they're messing around with him. They don't, they've taken away their offer. They're saying he's not even getting he's not even getting a not pay rise, signing on fee, which is nuts in itself. So, but yeah, big up to everybody. Bless up. I don't believe anyone's live, so I can't send you to anybody else. I've just checked, and no one on my sub feed is live. So, it just is what it is. So yeah, bless up to everybody. Hopefully everyone's a-okay. And yeah, man. Until then, mia san mia, big love.